Good day, Malvern Middle School faculty. The purpose of this short video is to help us all through a situation which has come to our attention. We have a little issue with our My Malvern grading system. Now, there's no one to blame here, Jamie Watson, about the situation, but it turns out that we cannot take our first, second, third trimester grades for each of our classes and add in the exam grade and then calculate the final grade within the system. So again, no pointing fingers at anyone because it really is not anyone's fault, Jamie Watson, but we all need a reasonable solution to deal with this issue. So that's what the purpose of this video is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to combine the My Malvern software with Excel to figure out an easy peasy solution to our issue. So you open up one of your grade books and you're going to click on reports and then you scroll down to grade, cumulative grade by section. Click on cumulative grade by section. Two things here are very important. The first one is look at this drop down box, change from all student sections to only this section. If you don't, you will get the grades for the students in this section, not only for your course but for every course they are taking. By the way, I didn't even know I could see the grades for every course they are taking until I started making this video. So that's important. And then the second one, export data to Excel. So when you click on this, it's going to open up an Excel window, which will allow you to open up a file for Excel. But the first time you do this, you might run into an issue because if you click on it, you may get a message up here about pop-up windows and allowing pop-up windows. It might say allow pop-up windows from this site, and the answer yes or no, and click yes and click always. That way you won't have to do it every time. Just making you aware of that because that's what happened to me the first time I tried this. So it's not going to happen to us now. Export data to Excel, click on that, and then this little window dialog box will open up. Click OK, and now we're within Excel. So enable editing, and the first thing you do is File and Save As. File, Save As, and you're going to change it from the default into an Excel workbook. And then, oops, I missed that. From this to an Excel workbook. And then you're going to put it into some folder that you will remember that it exists so that you are able to access it later. So as long as it's somewhere that you know it's going to be, I know where all of my Malvern stuff is kept. Everybody has their own little system of stuff. So that will work for you. I'm going to go into Malvern, and then 8th grade. And I'm going to call this Section 1 second try. After you have saved it, we're just going to work within Excel for a bit. First thing you want to do is just some cleanup. If you click in between A and B, the columns, you'll notice that this will make the column nice and neat for the data you have in that particular column, so you can see the names fully. Then we don't need two of these columns. We're going to left click on B, right click, and then click delete because that whole column that just said theology is superfluous. We don't need it. And this column on the right here, C, we don't need that now either. Left click, right click, delete. And now you're pretty much done except for one thing. If you click in B1, that cell, you want to name this second try so you know what it actually is. So now you're good to go. In a future video, we will show you how to take the first and third trimester, drop them into one file, and add in the exam so that you can actually make an average for the year and escape the problem that was created by our good friend Jamie Watson. Until then, see you soon.